Hello YouTube, this is Close Planet 2, and today I'm coming at you with a deck profile. So this is the evilswarm deck I used on Road to Locals, and I'll be going through this deck. So let's begin. Just so you know, I have updated this list since I did the Road to Locals, but I wanted to do the deck which I used on those three videos. So if you want to see the updated version of my evilswarm deck, please comment in the description, and I'll see what happened. Anyway, for the deck list, I am playing 3 Heliotrope, 3 Caster, and 3 Kirkion. Heliotrope is your 1950 vanilla beat stick, which with Rescue Rabbit can get out first turn Ophion. I then play the 3 Caster is because during the turn it's normal summoned, you can normal summon again, which enables XZ plays. And the 3 Kirkion allows you to banish an evilswarm from your grave, and then add another evilswarm from your grave to your hand, and then normal summon again. So again, it's a easy XZ access. I'm only playing 2 Mandragora. I'm only playing 2 Mandragora because I opt to go first most of the time. So in my opinion, 3 Mandragora, every time I opt to go first, I keep on drawing into it instead of cards which can help me get into caster. And if I go first, my opponent will have a monster, so I can't special summon it. So it's like a dead monster on the field, really. So that's the reason I play 2. It's really only good for late games, or if you go in second, when your opponent has a monster on their field, and especially with something like Yusenju, where they don't have a monster on your field during your turn, unless it's Fiendish Chained, then there we go. Moving on to that, I play the 1-0 Lantern for the Jin out. Also, it's good for popping monsters my opponent's got, which may cause troubles. I'm then playing 3 Thunderbird because it's funny watching your opponent trying to get around this. Plus it's a 1950 beat stick on its own, and it can avoid all mass destruction cards. Yeah, and then the 1 Rescue Rabbit. For spells, I'm playing 1 Allure of Darkness because all monsters in your deck are dark bar the Rescue Rabbit. 1 Book of Moon, 1 Dimensional Fissure, 3 Infestation Pandemic because it's a searchable Forbidden Lance which affects all your monsters and has no downside to it. 2 Mystical Space Typhoon, 1 Regeki, 3 Roto, 1 Soul Charge, and 3 Upstarts for draw power. 2 Fiendish Chain, Effect Negation, self-explanatory. Infestation Infection for the consistency. Plus this card is searchable off Ophion as well, so this just opens a lot of consistency. 1 Mirror Force, 1 Safe Zone, 1 Solemn, 1 Torrential, and 1 Vanities. For my side deck, I'm playing 2 Artifact Lancier for the Spirit Beast matchup and the Inferno matchup. I also side it in against stuff like Necros, because it stops them banishing the mirrors to add or trishing you. 2 Effect Raiders, just more effect, like it says in the name. 1 Thunder King for the anti-meta, 1 Dark Hole, Mass Field Clearance, 2 Level Limits Area B. Now this is a weird side deck card, but it actually works for everything bar Burning Abyss and maybe Yusenju. All level 4 or higher monsters are changed to defense mode, so when Necros Ritual Summon, their monsters are changed to defense mode. When Shadow's Fusion Summon, their monsters are changed to defense mode. When Spirit Beast Ritual Summon, their monsters are changed to defense mode. Like I said, the only thing this doesn't hurt is Burning Abyss, and it slows down Shadows, even though they have the Dragon out to it. Their monster, which is Fusion Summon, is changed to defense, then the Dragon pops it, so it's kind of still working. I play 1 Mind Control for rank 4 spam decks, so it's something like Satella Knights, they leave the Deneb on the field, you can take the Deneb, summon a monster in XZ. 2 Curse Seal for spell heavy decks. 2 Lightings, mainly for Satella Knights, but it's mainly for any other light deck I come against. And 2 Mind Crush because it's like one of the best cards of this format. For my extra deck, I'm playing 1 Abyss Dweller. For Shadow, I'm Burning Abyss mainly, but I have used it against Necros. Wildcard Gorgon because you can redirect targeting, which is a really nice card. 2 Bahamets because it's a snatch steal basically. 1 Exton because you can destroy all cards and you can destroy all of the monsters on the field, and that's really good if you have less. You have to have less cards than your opponent, but in that situation, you're making your opponent go less than you. 1 Nightmare, I just thought it was a really nice card to put in there. And then 3 Ophion because it's your main monster of the deck. Level 5 or higher monsters can't be special summoned whilst it has an XZ material. And once per turn you can detach to add 1 Infestation card from your deck to your hand. I'm then playing 1 Phantos because it's funny having this and a Pandemic set because you can make it unaffected with monster spells and traps. Plus, against something like Necros, I preempted that they would go Trish, so I went into Phantos, and they couldn't get rid of the monster, so... And I had no other cards on the field, so he couldn't Trish me, so... 1 Giga Cowboy, 1/1/1 because it's staple, 1/1/3, 1 number 50, and 1 number 66. Okay, so that has been my evilswarm deck profile. Like I said, if you want an updated version of this deck list, please comment in the description, and I'll see if I can get onto it. The more requests I have for the updated version, the more likely I will to upload the deck. Okay, so this has been Close Planet 2, signing out.
Make the ground shake.